Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. This is the first episode of the Taurus Love Chronicles, and this is an evening where we're going to be taking a look at a relationship, a connection that Taurus has with someone in their life. Okay, so this is Taurus Love and Their Lover, the first of the Earth readings, Love Earth readings that I'm doing for my channel in quite some time, and the first one starting for this week. We did water yesterday and air on Tuesday. So without further ado, I have Taurus right here. So her energy is there, and I've already been shuffling, so all we have to do is cut your deck and we're going to get right into it. So this is a reading into a particular connection that you have with someone. So we're going to be pulling their cards as well, okay? And remember, this is not going to resonate with everyone, and if it doesn't resonate, whatever doesn't resonate, just leave it on the table. All right, guys? All right, let's get right into it. Taurus, 9 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and Lovers. Wow. Wow. This is your line. Your person, Page of Wands, 8 of Swords, Knight of Wands, the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, Strength. Okay? So strength is required right now. All right? It's being called upon, holding on to your emotions. My camera's not focusing. Some of you are used to that, used to my channel. Strength is also the card for Leo. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. You have Lovers there. That's also Gemini energy, and Virgo energy is present here. So some of you, Taurus, may be dealing with some of that in your chart or with your person. But you have powerful love energy coming into this relationship. And your individual is also, they're passionate here, but there's a little bit of apprehension. So let's get right into it. You are coming in with the 9 of Cups energy. So you're really happy where you're at right now, Taurus. Everything is going well for you, right? You're just happy where you're at. You don't want more. You're happy with your friends. You're happy, with the amount of love you have in your life right now. All your connections are quite healthy, right? You don't have any toxic connections with anybody at this moment, and you're just feeling this right now and quite satisfied. Your person this week is coming in with the energy of a new kind of passion having arisen in them, right, Taurus? They're kind of got some new ideas about themselves, or some new ideas that they want to pursue, a new line of thinking. And so when we're looking at this as a love reading, this is your separate energies, you and your person, but they also affect this love reading. And I'm going to say that your person may be trying something new with you, right? Maybe trying something new with you. All right, how do you see each other? Taurus, you see them and they're like a workaholic, okay? This person for you is somebody who's just always doing something, always working. They may be working too much for your liking, right? And they're finding it a little bit difficult when they see you to talk to you. So this is where the impasse comes, all right? I'm going to say this feels like a connection that is present in your life, Taurus. This doesn't feel like it's a new connection or a connection that just broke up. This feels like a present connection, okay? But I'm not necessarily sure how long-term or how committed it is. We're going to pull some more energies. But right now, between the two of you, the way you're feeling is like, look, you're happy all in all. You're very happy. But you do see them always working away. However, for them, they're feeling as though something's not getting through, right, with you. For instance, you may not be talking to them enough. It almost feels as though like you're happy and they're not. They may not be very happy, right? They may be working a lot and you're kind of assuming, oh, this is great, like, yeah, you like to work, you're working. I like to work, I'm working. But underneath the surface, there's more going on. So let's get some more energy, some more cards on the table so we can go a little bit deeper. Ultimately, this relationship is a nice, solid relationship. It feels like a strong energy here. I'm going to go further into these cards. It feels like this is the one that you want, Taurus, right? And for your person also, they kind of want to fight for it, but there's just a little impasse here. I'm going to say when it comes to right now, this week, or over the next couple weeks, just how you guys are interacting with each other. It might be that you might be just a little bit aloof for them. Temperance wanted to turn over, so I'm going to put her there. Some of you are dealing with a Sagittarius. Sun for you, and Ten of Swords for them. So it feels to me like they're kind of going through, this kind of like rejuvenative period in a way. They're starting something new. They feel themselves like they're coming into a new stage for themselves, in and of themselves. And it may be that you're not noticing it, because when they see you, they see this Eight of Swords energy. Something about the communication with you right now, Taurus, is like they just feel like you're not able to, they're not able to communicate with you, or you're not listening to them or hearing them. You're okay. And that's the one that wanted to flip over, but I put it back and decided to come out anyway. There's a lot of money here, a lot of money being turned around. Taurus, you're busy also yourself. You yourself are really busy right now with your paper, okay? You yourself are, and that might be where there's a little bit of, I'm going to say like a little bit of feelings this week, mostly from your person. Again, it doesn't feel like it's anything heavy, Taurus, but it's more... Yes, they are kind of slogging away, but you're kind of like, you're doing really well, right? It could be that they feel a little bit like, damn, I'm working over here, but I'm not doing as well as my Taurus. And they care for you. This is definitely a relationship. They care for you, but they just feel some kind of way about it. And it could be that they're feeling like you're being a little bit insensitive about it, perhaps. Or maybe it's just them. You know what I'm saying, Taurus? Because sometimes... it just could be they're in their feelings and they really need to sort it out. Strength is at the bottom of the deck to remind us that they really need to tame some of these issues that they have, because some of them, it's just not your fault that you're doing well. Like, it is your fault in as much as you are achieving something, but it has no bearing on them, right? So there's a little bit, I'm going to say, of just like... taking a sip of water, folks. There's just a feeling where they're kind of like they're really in their feelings a little bit of their pride is being hurt. They feel a little bit sort of like, poor me, why can't things work out for me? And that can happen in a relationship. You can be with somebody, it's like they see you doing really well. King of Swords is there. There's some honesty and some truth, some cold hard truths, some cold hard truths that need to come in. Your person feels like they're really having to struggle a lot at times to really just maintain. All right. And you are in a really strong position right now, Taurus. You're in a really happy position. You're in a really happy place. You're flourishing right now, especially when it comes to your job and your businesses, right? Whatever it is you do for a living, if you're creative, you're being very creative, but you're also getting the coin for it. You're selling your work. You're being asked for it. And so you're really thriving right now. Your health is really good. You know what I mean? And you're happy. And right now, this individual, this connection that you have with your individual is that they're just in a different kind of place than you. And they're finding it a bit of a struggle. And some of it may, again, cold hard truth, some of it involves, quite a lot of it. Obviously, everything is of our own making. It involves some of the decisions they've been making, Some of the, it feels to me like your person is a real idealist. They like to be very creative and off the cuff and all of that. But then when it comes time to put the actual work in, sometimes it doesn't work out for them. And here you see them as working away, but are they getting anything out of it? There's different levels to that. Or are they, you know what I mean? Are they happy with it? They may be having inspirations of doing something else, because right now the tedium of the work that they're doing may be getting to them. They're wanting to sort of progress, perhaps, right? But there are some things that they need to learn, some introspection, I want to say, self-realization about who they are and how they operate, to perhaps step their game up a little bit. It's like your game is stepped up. You know, you're vibrating at a nice high level right now, just doing things, manifesting, things are going well, you feel good, you're happy. And they're working hard, but they're not able to get that humming engine feel like you have right now, cuz you're humming along, Taurus, right? And they're just not able to get quite there. And it's going to, for some of you, you're going to need to have that conversation, King of Swords energy. You're going to need to have that conversation with them about what's going on and just be real with them. You know, just be like, look, you know, you need to put more time into this and less time into that. You know, you need to, right? Or perhaps to just say, look, my progress or my prosperity and my blessings, they haven't come easy. It's been a road. You know, I've worked towards this. Taurus, if anything, you're an earth sign. You've worked towards whatever blessings you have, right? And this is something that needs to be imparted. So there's a little bit of shadow here in amongst you, just in as much as your person is in their feelings about their own stuff. Four of Wands. But you guys really do love each other. Lovers is there. They just need to do, the Hermit, they need to do some soul searching. You know what I'm saying? They need to really, like, get into, like, you know, this happens, you know, so this feels like a nice tight relationship. It feels like a long, you know, relationship that can go the distance. This could very well be a relationship that you've been in for a while, but this is a relationship for sure, a connection for sure with a partner. You may be married, you may just be, you know, long-term partner or whatever, you know, you want to call yourselves, but you are together. There is a union here, right? And there's a lot of love here. So there's no shadow on the love. All right. It's just that your person this week is really going through something, and it's going to make for some difficult communications with them, Taurus. Right. You're going to, and because as well, you're humming at such a high degree. Temperance is there because you're going to have to temper some of your reactions and feelings, especially if you're coming to this reading and this is resonating with you. So you understand what I'm saying is that your person is going to be a little bit offstandish. They may be a little bit reactionary. They may be a little bit defensive, you know, and it's going to require a conversation, right? Because you're kind of like, not aloof, but you're living your best life right now. You're like coming home, hey, honey, everything is great. Bam, I did this today, did that. I'm going to go meet the friend. Like, you're just humming along your business. Like I said, everything is going very well for you. And you see this relationship as part of that. So there's no feeling here that you're really that much aware of all the angst and like issues that your person is dealing with right now, Taurus. And they're quite angsty. So this is going to come up and you're going to be like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought everything was great. And it's going to feel like for a second, like there's a problem here in the relationship, but there isn't a problem in the relationship. This is solely a problem with your person's self-esteem, self-confidence, pride, and just having to wake up to some things and shape up and step their game up. Sometimes you got to tell your partner, step it up. You want this, you want these things, step up, you know your partner better. Listen, we know our partners are the people that we love in our life, our lovers. We know them the best of all. I know sometimes they're like toxic issues and things that come up. You say, oh, I never knew him. But the truth of the matter is, yeah, you did. You knew him. Most of the time you know them. Yet sometimes we don't know the details or we're woefully ignorant about something. But if you're with somebody long enough and you pay attention, you know who they are. Taking another sip of water. But let's get further and pull out your animal spirits for this reading. I like to pull 2 animal spirits. So all in all, a beautiful connection you have with somebody, but they're just feeling some kind of way about money and, you know, feeling some kind of way about, I'm going to say just like, you might be dealing with somebody who's an artist. Like you're the one who brings home the money, because you have a job that actually pays you, and you may be dealing with like an artist type person who, you know, gets paid here and there. They get paid for their work, but it always requires a lot of like, I need time and I need to create, and it has to be perfect, and then and then you have to sell it or whatever or get the money for it, and so the money comes and they may be very good at it, but for some of you, that's a message coming through. You're dealing with somebody right now who's like really at their most creative bits. Butterfly energy. I'm going to pull one more. And the whale. So there you go. Firefly energy. First I thought it was butterfly. Firefly energy. Even better, firefly. Again, this really speaks a lot to this energy that your person is coming in with that Page of Wands. Fireflies are like, they burst, and burst of light. They're tiny. It's a little burst of light, but they come out of nowhere and they have this great illumination just for a second, right? And so firefly energy, air energy, is kind of like epiphany energy. It's that spark of light that gets you thinking, that gets you creative. And so that energy is around. So there's a lot of that. I think that's going on with you, but it's also going on with your person. And they may be getting a spark of inspiration coming in for them, on a mental level, as a light coming in somewhere that's sparking them to be more creative, follow a desire of something they're trying to achieve. And they're needing just some support right now, or they're feeling apprehensive about it, as I said, right? But that energy is there pushing on both sides. And then we have whale energy, beautiful whale energy. So this is water energy. And the whale is able to go down deep, very, very deep into areas of the ocean that few creatures can survive. And when we talk about a water animal spirit, we're talking about the emotions. So the spirit of the whale is there helping you, especially in this conversation you have with your person, to go deep, to get deep with them about some of their issues. Because this Eight of Swords here, this is quite, it's a quite a toxic energy, right? And generally it's an energy that we see in others, but it's really coming from ourselves. It's a feeling of helplessness, but it's a feeling of helplessness that comes from insisting on holding on to really rigid ideas and closed-minded opinions, right? So it comes from a very toxic place, a very small, narrow, toxic place, right? Where there's no room for expansion or thinking or freedom in thought, right? And so yeah, this conversation, whale energy, is there for you, Taurus, when you have your conversation with your person, because you may have to go quite deep with them as to why this is coming up. Why is this issue coming up now? Why are you, all balled up all of a sudden and unable to make a decision, or lashing out? Perhaps there's, like blaming others. Well, it's your fault that I can't. It's your fault that I can't. You know what I mean? And so it's like, those are the only words. You don't even need anything else, right? It's your fault that I can't, which is an absurd notion. I mean, if you just listen to those words in and of themselves, that's absurd. But that is a typical toxic language, right? That's a typical toxic sort of language construct that is used when somebody is dealing with things inside them that they don't want to face. Right? They know something is going wrong. They're irritated. They're upset about it, but they don't want to face the fact that it's going wrong because of them. Let's pull these 3 oracle cards. So, spirit of the heart, identity, vibration, soul essence. Okay? So, talking about that spirit of the heart. Again, going into that conversation, going into this connection, because let's remember that this connection is indeed a love connection. We can move some of these cards up and make some room. It's a love connection. You love each other. And so remember, spirit of the heart is there to guide you. All right, to guide you. And this doesn't have to be a cruel endeavor, but it's going to be tough. We have spirit of Pegasus, unrealistic, delusional, all right? Not as it seems. And I think that this is some of the things that you want to discuss with your person. Because this is, there's some unrealistic viewpoints that they're holding on to, or ideas that they're holding on to. And they're not realistic for them right now, specifically because of some of this toxicity they're carrying around with them. Okay? So this is all part and parcel of something that you're going to be working out with your person, I think, over this next week or two, if it hasn't already started. And then we have spirit of the tower, surprises, shifts, and big changes. All right, so that's coming in as well. All right, big changes. And this is good, right? All right, guys, I am going to leave all of those energies there for you like that. Give you a moment with the cards to take it all in, breathe it all in, take all of the imagery, symbolism, etc. Let it speak to you. Pick out your totem, your talisman, the things that attract you the most, and how you're connected to them. Let them guide you over the next couple of weeks in this connection to remind you of some of the things you may have picked up here that may have helped you in this connection, that have given you maybe a little bit more clarity or a different viewpoint. And if it didn't resonate for you, just leave it there on the table. It's not for you. All right, guys, I'm going to call this a reading. This was Taurus, first episode of the Taurus Love Chronicles, Taurus Love and Their Lover. And next Thursday, at 6 o'clock, we'll have the second episode. So I'm going to sign off for right now and get ready to start the Virgo Love Chronicles at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Do check my channel for that live stream. But for right now, Taurus, I wish you and your lover love, life, and happiness. And for right now, have a wonderful week. Take care now.